best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. You always want to outwork your potential, your potential.
So who are you today? Are you the hustler or are you the CEO? Are you the employee, the janitor, or are you the one that's driving the vision? You need to be able to understand what position you're gonna have to play in different seasons of your life. But that also comes with who do you have around you as far as your team that is helping you push the vision. A lot of times you have people stuck in positions in which they have outgrown that position that you've put them in, and they need room to grow or to leave. And you have to be aware enough to understand when someone can no longer operate in a specific place, and that goes for you too. Because early on, even in my own business, what I started to see was that I was doing things that no longer pushed the vision. I was a graphic designer at one point. I was a web designer at one point. I was a photographer at one point, until I started getting around people where that is their sole passion and purpose, and I am screwing up the exposure on these photos. I need help. And so I started looking at other photographers. But first I had to understand, okay, what is the cost of these photographers and these videographers that I actually need in order to create great stories and also great brands? And so I had to educate myself. I no longer need to pick up a camera, but I need to educate myself on what great quality actually looks like and understand what makes their images so great, so that I can communicate to them in what they need to do in order to execute. So when you no longer can operate in the tactical aspect of your business or in your life, understanding what you actually need. So that goes into defining the roles. Because you see, just because you cast the vision doesn't mean that you have to execute on the vision. Steve Jobs wasn't in the factory building iPhones. He was in the lab expanding on the vision through different devices and different aspects that could work together with the first part of the vision. So that lends the question, what part of the vision are you stuck on that you could outsource? If your capacity is filled up with things that could be delegated, then you are no longer in the position of a leader or a visionary. Now you're in the position of the executor. And is that the best use of your time? Because if you don't understand what you need, what you'll do is you'll end up hiring a short-term solution for something that was meant to be long-term. And so you don't want to just hire for the problem of the day. You want to be able to hire for something that's going to actually help you build a system along the way also. Understanding your role is so important, because if you do not understand your role, then you're only wasting time that you could be building relationships, opportunities, and resources. In my own life, there's been times where I have decided to operate within the CEO role and go to an event and actually shake hands with people that set me up for the next couple years and became my mentors, because those were the first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes that showed up early to actually meet these individuals. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing, your time is limited, but how you spend them will define your future.